Okej. Dobra, okej. Wszystko działa. Dzisiaj taka jest sytuacja, że robię to spontanicznie, mam 2 godziny do spędzenia. Mogę grać w Simsa, ale cóż. Chciałam nagrać gierkę, ale też nie chciałam grać to z amebą jak wczoraj. Nie ma tańczącego ameby, ale anyways, bo dzisiaj go nie ma. Jest już wcześna godzina, dlatego będę umierać. I gierka jest 18+, i ma takie niezbyt przyjemne scenki, z tego co słyszałam. Jest to tylko rozdział pierwszy, także może mi się uda w 2 godziny to przejść, ale też nie no, w sumie nie myślę, także będzie śmiesznie. Będzie trochę bardzo trendful, także zarąbiście. Okej. Let's go. This is an 18+ visual novel that contains strong language, description of gore, and suggestive content. Please check our warnings page for more details. Chyba to miałam. Yeah, mam to na stronie. The game contains unhealthy relationships dynamic, religious themes, drug and alcohol, violence, and themes of human trafficking. All specific warnings are available in the game. This game is recommended for an 18+ audience. I dlatego nie chciałam ameby jest za młody. Thank you so much for your support and for playing Obscura. Enjoy! Yeah. Let's go. Music, sound. O, trochę mniej. Okej, timed. Dobra, będzie zarąbiście. W ogóle jest takie coś jak extras i są aftercare. Ale do tego przejdziemy później. Oj, za głośno. Okay. No one goes in the mountain without a reason. I like the illustrations. Purpose of business. Buying. No one takes their path into the mountain. How are you going to pay? Some found, some walk. Good luck with that. Yeah. Everyone knows what it means when you go. No one says anything about it. Give me your bags. The guard looks through my things with perfect efficiency, but they start asking me questions. Why are you going to be called down there? Miss. What will you be called? Ameba? nie zrobię mu tego. Okej, to jest... Powiedzmy, że to jest połowa mojego niku na Discordzie, okej? Połowa. Bocci. Good choice. You have a mask, Miss Bocci. No one would sell one. Not a problem here. If you're buying, we are selling. The gate guard waves to the mask hanging around the entrance. Perhaps once worn by one other visitors. The masks are an old custom. Plausible deniability. We are all faceless strangers under the mountain. Pick your poison. Yeah, definitely. Okay, the coral colored one with four lines, a gold frame. The cream colored one with flowery details painted across the left face. The burgundy coral one with sweet embossed patterns. Okej, to na środku nie wezmę. Coś jest za jasne. To po lewej... Może to pierwsze. Wygląda fajnie. I take a mask off the wall and fit it to my face. It weighs on my head, but my mind feels lighter. I see my reflection in the mirror. Fucking hell. Ooh, that's good. It's nice. The people under the mountain have beautiful taste. I hand the gate guard the money on. Oh, I have money. Welcome to the marketplace. They step aside, allowing me passage into the tunnel in the side of the mountain. I begin my descent. At first, I have to wonder if I have been tricked in some way. The passage grows narrow, the air stale, and the path uneven. I am walking by the last feeble threads of light that reach this deep. I'm scared. Okay. But then I see something. A shimmering pale blue glow from around the corner. I fight through the narrowing walls until I am able to turn the corner. The passage suddenly widens, then it opens. I step from the passage into a cavern, so massive I can hardly see the end of it. The marketplace. There are several masked people who are seated or leaning against the walls around this little entryway, and now they are approaching me. Welcome, newcomer. A fresh face. Someone new could use a guide, couldn't they? Hucksters, or perhaps petty thieves looking for an easy mark. My valuables are kept under my heavy rope, safe from pickpockets. I still myself and march forward past the strangers. Good, też bym tak zrobiła. Very good. There is no logic to this place. Nice. Brzmi jak ferdurkę. A fish monoger selling dried and salted fish sits next to a bookseller with stacks of forbidden tomes. Ooh, nice. A fungus man and beekeeper are bickerting. If they were obvious scams, I could have taken one of the offers for a guide and saved myself some time. At first, I glance at each stall in turn. One here nears the entry tunnel. All of the stalls are selling simple amenities or cheap thrills. The sorts of things a departing traveler might want to have when they ascend. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, czego ja szukam? It's not here. Okay, what? Well, I suppose it wouldn't be here. What? To po co poszliśmy tu? Asking one of the sellers, I get directions. The rough walls of the cavern shifted and trembling in a steady candle and glow-warm light, slowly to smooth, where natural walls turn to human curved. The ramshackle stalls turn to ramshackle buildings, to painting and varnished walls. The quality of goods on sale is improving as well. The cheap bases are behind me. Ahead are the rare, the luxurious, and the illicit. The real reason anyone comes here. Seeing the sign for an apothecary, an easily recognizable serpent crawling around a staff, I slip inside. Shopkeeper, welcome! The shopkeeper is masked, of course, but that is not what grabs my attention. The din of hundreds of voices, selling and buying and negotiating in the echoing caves is muffled, but not by much. That is because while the apothecary has 4 walls, there is no roof over the store. Newcomer, huh? What? You must be a fresh arrival. And why would you say that? You're staring where the ceiling should be. I suppose. In a city where with no sun or rain, roofs are unnecessary. Only thing a roof keeps out in the marketplace is thieves. A common weather pattern here. Far to common. I make an effort to examine the apothecary. Kurwa, ja muszę się dowiedzieć, jak się to czyta. Jak się to pisze?
Apothecary.
Co?
Apothecary.
Anyways. Czekaj. Ja, dobra. Mask is plainer even than mine. Perhaps he is frugal, perhaps he is poor by the standards of the marketplace. Well, you weren't driven in here by the weather. What do you need? I'm looking for lunar. Ihor? What the fuck is this? I resist to urge the explain my circumstances to the shopkeeper. No matter how meaningless or petty they seem, my secrets are one of the few resources I have in these depths. You have expensive taste, kurwa, taste, or terrible luck. No już, jasno. What I don't have is lunar ichor. Będę tu czytać jego ichor. Chuj. Is that something you can remedy? Kurwa.
Apothecary.
Apothecary. Yeah, yeah. No. Nice. If money is a concern, I can make arrangements. It's not the money, okay? I could never afford to stock the Dumnabo Ichor. Even if I could, I doubt I would be able to stomach it. The rumors were true then. That is unfortunate. Where does one go then to find the Dumnabo Ichor? Ichor. Nie wiem, kurwa. Ichor, jak się czyta Ichor.
Itcher.
Ichor. Ach, chuj. Smuggle dance. The vaults of the lords of the market, or perhaps you could take a knife to the lunar god. Failing that, the auction house may provide. It's the biggest house this side of the Ruby Walks. It even has a roof. Nice. The apothecary cannot see my smile, but I hope he can hear it. I thank you for your timely advice, sir. Save your thanks for the lunar god. It would be a miracle if you get that, Aichor. Take my leave of the shop. The noise rises again from loud to defeating. There are tunnels and additional caverns in all directions, but I continue the way I was going. If the walls are getting smoother and the buildings were more beautiful, then I am approaching the richest part of the market. It stands to reason that is where the auction house will be. Keeping my eyes up, it takes no time to find the auction house. It is, as the apothecary said, the largest house this side of the Ruby Walks. There are long chains of glowworms draped over the promise-rich roof that dangle and sway as the air shifts in the cavern. The building itself is deep, garnet red in gilded tin. Message received. You're very healthy, whoever built this. The doors, covered in tiny engravings impossible to interpret in the deep lights, are wide open. Bright golden lamplight pours out into the street. People are free mining in and out, and so I slip inside. I'm underdressed for the occasion, but neither of the guards standing at the doors move to stop me. The sound of the outside suddenly dims, and I have to blink against the sudden brightness. I can hear my own muffled footsteps as I cross the plush carpet deeper into the auction house. The whispered conversations, though, through mask, make a thin fog of sound compared to the dim outside. The signs are in language I do not recognize, but I can make some educated guesses. The ornate double doors standing locked and guarded must lead to the actual auction hall. There is a short, uncarved hall with gleaming, polished floors lined with several doors. After a second, I see a giggling parrot exit one of the rooms and straighten their clothes. That explains that, then. There is one door that is little more than a window on hinges left open. I peer inside for a second, only to see an ordinary office. Come in. The stranger sitting behind the desk waves to me, and so I step inside. Pardon me, I didn't mean to intrude. You can't intrude on the bookkeeper. I must always be available. You must be. How else could anyone check to ensure that I am not meddling in the books? Does it really come to that? Well, I have no such concerns. A buyer, are you? Couldn't I simply be a browser? You really believe someone will come to the marketplace, to the auction house, just looking to see what they find? I suppose someone must have, in all of history. Well, if that's the scale you're measuring by, you, however, are not here to browse. No, I'm not. You're right. I'm here to buy. Shall I show you the catalog for the next auction? I would appreciate it. The bookkeeper stands and hands me a seizable booklet. Do not damage it. Do not leave here with it. They open a drawer to the desk and hold up a knife. It's a little thing, but I have no doubt they could kill me with it. Oh, nice! Then they sit again and resume their walk. I flip through the book. There are objects of an unimaginable value, like works of art by artists even I know by name. An exclusive jeweled tiara fit for any princess. The deed to a country manor on the surface. Then there are the wonders I could have never dreamt of. The bird thrashed in flames that never burns. The still beating bloodstone heart of some rock nymph. A potion of clear vision. Do we have magic here? I mean, okay. I flip a page and am met with the miserable exposed face of a young adult. Their posture is slow and defeated, but they are beautiful. The text informs me that whatever is paid in the auction will be sent to the family within the mountain. Surely not. I flip the page again. There are no other people in the catalog, but one is enough to turn my stomach. Thank you, bookkeeper. Finish already. What I want is an inn there. And what is it that you want? I check the history, see when it was last sold. I bite my tongue for a moment. Lunar Ichor. An unlucky one, aren't we? I couldn't say if you would, bookkeeper. They shuffle through a notebook. I try to read the text, but it is nearly impossible to interpret their faint pensive scratchings. More bad luck to heap on your pile, I'm afraid. The last sale was 3 months back. It's unlikely we'll get another sale for months yet, unless someone new comes with a stock. It couldn't be easy, could it? And what was the final price for it? For a lot of 12. Then about the time his stomach dropping. I could not gather these funds in a lifetime. Even divided 12 ways, the price for a single veil is well beyond my means. My life savings weighed heavily in the coin purse under my robe. Dead weight, it seems. By your silence, I guess you don't have the money. Thank you for your time. I try to keep my voice natural. When I leave the auction house, I momentarily lose my sight and hearing as I adjust again to the dim echoing cavern. Kurwa, to musi być... Dobra, sorry. I don't notice the direction my feet are taking me. My hopes for a quick visit to the marketplace have been fruitfully dashed. Now I have to determine what to do. I think that after some rest, I can't afford to give up. No. W sumie, no. I can't allow myself to give in the difficult circumstances. If I give up on getting the lunar ichor, I might as well throw myself off the mountain. Ooh, I am desperate. For now, I need a place to stay. My feet ache from the climb up the mountain, and my spirit is drying away in these cramped, noisy conditions. I stop by a small and ask for direction for a decent inn, rest stop, public house, anything. Following the direction through a short tunnel, I wander through a quieter distance of the marketplace. Though quiet is relative. The guest house is a challenge to find, though I hesitate to cut the ground down walking past rows. There are rest houses leaning them on either side. The leaping path the guest house recommended to me is nothing remarkable. The building has a roof, but the building itself is mostly made of raw wood. The brass doorknob is smooth under my hand, polished by the thousands of guests who come and go. Inside, the atmosphere is boisterous, but on the scale of a handful of people signing and drinking, so the chaos outside is already muffled and distant. Pure masquerade, welcome! The woman who approaches has her face fully covered in a bear mask, but her neckline is untied and exposed. I wonder who she works for. Hello, I was told this is a good establishment to stay for night. You were told right. Except the part about night. Here there's no real difference between night and day. Plenty of folks are up all hours of the day as you do, just sleeping when they are tired and forgetting the sound ever existed. I see. The bare masked woman has no sign into a guest book and hearts me, kurwa, and pay for the night. You have the room for 24 hours. If you're staying longer, I expect you here to pay for more time before it runs out, or else all your things will be sent to a moon shrine. I'll remember, thank you. And you'll be needing these. Huh? She hands me a dual metal medallion on a leather string and a key. The Rufus over there. She gestures to a mountain of a man, also in a bear mask, standing by a door. Make sure any guests go to this room. The medallion proves you're a guest. Don't lose it. Or else I'll find my things at the Moonshire. Pick things up quickly, you do. Yeah, thank you. Seems like an important skill to have here. Quite right. She gets back to her business. I approach the mountain of a man guarding me the door to the rooms. Hello, Rufus. There's big pies. Okay. I hold up the medallion and wait. I'm not about to rush a man with a bat, especially one as blood-stained as he is. Then he nods, and I am granted passage. He watches me go to my assigned room. I suppose it's a good measure to prevent theft, but then so is a blood-stained bat. Sleep doesn't come easily at first. How can I risk sleeping in the marketplace? But it does come for me. In the metaphorical cold light of morning, I see the sense of in my choice of a state. I cannot leave the marketplace without Luna Aiko, thus staying my only real choice. I am able to order something like breakfast from the Leaping Bear's kitchen and then sit deep in thought, staring at a bowl of porridge. Eating this mask is a bit of a bother. I have to navigate the spoon around the mask. There's clasp, you know. I stare at the sudden appearance of the proprietress. Fuck, what? Feel along the side of the mask. There should be pins or clasps holding the bottom part. I do as she said and find the clasp holding the two parts of my mask together. Well, I feel like a proper fool. It already feels strange having my mouth exposed like a funny kind of nudity. Newcomers are all a bit foolish. That's part of their charm. Thank you, I think. Just keep your wits about you, you'll live. You make it sound so dire. Well, you're here, aren't you? Ha, you're not wrong. No one comes here with a good reason, I should think. What's yours? A personal matter. Buying or selling. That's all there is down here, after all. Buying. Sophia might not be able to afford, it turns out. That won't narrow things down too much for her. Well, depends how you try to buy things, doesn't it? Money will get you anywhere if you have enough of it, but there's other roads out there. Is that something you'd know a lot about? I couldn't say. Oh, I only know what stories the guests bring in, I asked her. She says it's flipping enough and there must be a story there, but I resist the urge to dig. Then I suppose my next job is to find what paths I can use. Thank you. Oh, not a problem. The masked trouble everyone at first. She sweeps away to handle another matter, and I'm left with far more productive thoughts. Money won't get me a Luna Icor, but something else might. Influence, friendship, violence. Ghoul? My body, if it comes down to anything. Ah! We don't go to more prostitution, please. There's a lot to think about it. I'm going to stay in a guest house for weeks. Or months? Months. But what possible ways are there to get Luna Icor? Let's start with one foot in front of the other. Yeah, let's walk. Over the next several days, I get to learn the layout of Marketplace. It's an even shifting rat's nest of stores and passages and unmanaged pathways, but there are some fixed landmarks. I can navigate somewhat comfortably by those landmarks when they are visible. One evening, based on my own internal clock, the proprietress of the Leaping Bear hints of a meal that, as long as I am well behaved, she would be willing to extend more generous long-term rates to me. Nice. I wasn't planning to misbehave, even less so with Rufus keeping an eye on me, and so that settles the matter of lodging for the moment. As for the lunar ichor, I am at a loss. It is rare, absurdly rare, and based on the reaction of those I speak to about it, some aspect of it is very taboo. Likely the condition it treats. I'm wondering one of the quieter passages, clearly natural by how uneven the ground is. It's mostly homes built on whoever smooth patch of stone the builder could find, but there is one that towers over the rest, a tall church with heavy oaken doors. Oh no, when normally I would expect to see a golden 10-point solar sigil, instead there is a most simplistic crease-shaped one, the lunar sigil. I suppose the solar god isn't much help down here. Irony. I have seen the eerie blue-green light of glowworms and the smoky gold of lanterns, but I have not seen the sun since I started my descent. Churches dedicated to the lunar god exist outside the mountain, but not in any significant numbers. The lunar god, lunar ichor. It can't hurt to ask, could it? I'm not sure if I believe that the lunar god must bleed for free for there to be lunar ichor, but there's no harm in asking. Hey, stop! I halt in my path instinctively, although after a moment I can see no one was speaking to me. Instead, there is a raucous crowd gathering just down the tunnel, shouting and tussling. A few people in utilitarian mask and what looks like uniforms are trying to push their way through. Looks like trouble. Yeah, I agree. Run to safety in the church. Stay and see what happens next. I mean, I'm kind of curious. Let's go with quick save. The curiosity keeps me where I am, watching the ruckus of the crowd intensively. Very suddenly, one of the members of the crowd breaks away and sprints directly towards me. I start moving backwards, trying to step aside. I misjudge my step and stumble. I fling a hand out in an attempt to find my balance. The sprinter slows down very slightly as they get closer to me, slow enough to catch my hand and jerk me forward. I try to pull my hand away, but it's impossible. The runner pulls me along, and I have to use all my focus to keep up. Stop! Thief! Thief! Oh fuck. I cannot have my astonished outburst. What? You're surprised? We pulled down a tunnel. Many of the people step aside for us, hardly surprised by our pair sprinting away from a collection of uninformed officials. I wouldn't want to be involved either. The runner takes a sharp turn, nearly wrenching my arm from its socket. I yelp as I follow along. Then we take a turn into some sort of business establishment. The runner does not slow down for a second as the shopkeeper opens their back door for us and closes it once we are through. The back alley we are in is uncomfortable, cramped, and we have to shuffle through. Hold on. All at once, the thief turns, grabs my shoulders, and pushes me backwards until I'm pinned. What the? Exactly. Boy, what the fuck? We are both panting. The thief leans in, and I am nearly pressed body to body with them. Get away from me, what the fuck? Stay quiet for 20 seconds. Wait, 20! Helpless, I have to follow the thief's lead. I do everything in my power to breathe silently and try to tuck myself behind the stranger. After a count of 30, the thief gives me space. Finally, who are you exactly? Why would you tell that? Dobra, Bocci. Okay, Bocci, do you trust me? No. Not remotely, should I? No, you shouldn't. But if you don't want to get arrested, you should still come with me. Another merry chase through the marketplace. Somewhere we can cool off. They didn't see you masked, so once the train gets called in 20 hours, you can go. Have this escaping business down to an art, do you? Wouldn't be here if I didn't. Well then, thief, steer me away. Nice that. Keep quiet, don't I tell you it's alright to speak again. Shut up. Not yet. What's your name, thief? You got mine. I'm a thief. I'm supposed to take things. Do you want me to call you thief while we are walking around? Would you like a kind of attention? You're not always going to be this mouthy, right? Depends how much you deserve it. I like it. Call me Keir. Keir. Okay. Pleased to meet you, Keir. Really? Not yet. And now you're going to shut up. Fine. I didn't say you could talk yet. I've grown comfortable with that. I don't need my mask. It's a great shame I can't know Keir what exactly I think of his sass. To be fair, he's probably thinking the same thing. We sneak through the back alleys, shuffling in between buildings that seem to be leaning into each other. I have no idea where we are at this point. I've lost sight of all my usual landmarks, and there's every chance I'm in a cavern I've never explored before. Keir, at least looks to be completely comfortable navigating this space. We stop at a dead end, or at least it looks to be a dead end for a moment. Keir shoves aside a collection of heavy planks, and a short, narrow passage is revealed. Watch your step. Wow! We have to crouch and nearly crawl through the passage, but it is massively short. Przynajmniej. Ooh, it leads into a small open space behind several rough-built houses. At least I think they're houses. A lanky teen staring us down from behind a scrappy, stiff fabric mask. Teenager. Hey. We are sandstone polishers. Don't mind us. Okay. What was that? A code phrase? Still not talking. I roll my eyes behind the privacy of my mask. When I take restock of my surroundings, I am in a strange place with a man I cannot trust, and I only know about one exit, the one behind me. No, I can't just exit. I can't try and flee now and risk the danger of a chase. And what if those authorities who were chasing us find me? Patience. Yeah. Keir shoves past the teen, and I follow close behind. Wherever we are, I feel safer with him than alone. We squeeze between two houses and end up in a busy Crown Road. The glow-worm light that illuminates all the caverns is mostly blocked out by the homes on either side of us. Then we are in a small square of sorts. It's an open space with the most sturdy buildings of this area around, and there's paths leading away in all directions. It's dark, but I can see glimpses of masks in the shadows that crack open to watch us. Keir. Hey, I'm home. This is the first time I've heard any warmth in his voice. It's such an abrupt change, I almost cannot believe it's the same man behind the mask. A child jumps from the low second-story window, landing on Keir's back. Hey, give a man a warning. You're gonna break my back. No way. You means. He reaches around and pulls the kid off him, holding them up by one arm. He's good with kids. The kid is kicking and wiggling and laughing. You better say sorry or you'll be stuck there forever. Sorry. Again, lets the kid down. Sorry, you're so old. The kid pull away. Keir protests loudly, but even I can hear him smiling. I can hear smiles. Keir, who's this? Someone plucks at my long sleeve, tugging my arm. I twist away sharply. That's Bocci, or so she told me. Do I get to speak yet? Nah, I like the silence. Oh! Well, I think you have joined enough of that. Exactly. I could never get enough. I am called Bocci, though you can decide whether you believe me. What's a stranger doing here? Needed a decoy. Turns out she's the right size. A decoy? Wait, what's decoy? Wait. Mam to w głowie, ale jakoś przynęta. Chłopie, kuźwa. Okay. Wow, you gotta be quick on your feet to keep up with Keir. Yeah, I was impressed. I thought I was gonna lose her for sure. No, stop. Explain. Not everyone can keep up with me. You know what? That's not what I meant. What do you mean a decoy? You know what a decoy is, right? Anyone, you fit the profile. He's evading. Why? You need a decoy to deceive some kind of authority. You need a decoy and you're a thief. Yes, very smart. Was I a decoy for someone you were walking with or someone you stole? Oh, damn. That's a quick one for sure. It sounds like I'm right. What were you planning on doing with me when you're done, huh? I was going to let you leave. It's such a blunt lie, my jaw drops. Does he really think I believe that? No way, you can't leave her. Let her leave now that she can find her way here. Oh, so am I a prisoner now? Keir, what were you thinking? I was thinking you'd play the bad guy Griff and let me be the hero. Looks like you're not on today. What? I was thinking that someone who can run and dodge the authorities is an asset. He faces me as he says that. What? What? He did not just try to recruit me. Keir, you're insane. You can say that all you like, I'm right. We need her to stay quiet. I wasn't planning on involving the authorities. And why would I trust you when you say that? You've already proven you understand. Trust is a lot harder to earn here than topside. So we'll let her learn even more about us. That's about the shape of things. Once you're involved, you're the same type of criminal as the rest of us. And if I'm involved against my will? Yeah. The enforcement here is just so kind and understanding. I'm sure they'll take you at your word. More people playing mask and curious are gathering around. I don't know why you're being so hostile to me when I didn't ask for any of this. Because you don't understand. If we get caught stealing, we get killed. The only way we can even start to trust you is if you got a noose around your neck. And I didn't ask for any of this. Doesn't matter. You manipulated, got a slime. Hey, it was nothing to you, and you decided just for fun and suppose to destroy my life. You're fucking horrible. Griff seems keen to get me to shut up, but Keir's hand settles calmly on his shoulder. He knows he's earned this. I suppose I'm just some random insignificant stranger what could my thoughts and feelings possibly have to do with anything? Exactly. What if you need a noose around my neck and you have it? But don't think this means I'll ever be able to trust you. There's a moment of quiet. My heart is pounding and in my head there's nothing but screaming. I'm so angry I can hardly breathe. Are you done? Like he's talking to a child, not an adult with whose existence he's irreparably changed for the worse. You're blackmailing me. Don't you fucking dare condescend to me too. Keir doesn't answer. Finally, there's a quiet moment. Everyone around us seems to be coming to the same conclusion as me. I'm cornered. I don't have a choice in this. I keep my voice as flat and neutral as possible. Not really, no. Then what do I do? You run a few jobs with us. Get that nose good and tight. And then, if you want to leave, you get yourself a new identity and you leave. You already put on a mask and pick a name once, right, Butchie? Right. Then you can do it again. You sure about this though? Yeah. With gaps down for the count, we need a new lookout. Butchie's got what it takes. Why would you compliment? I sure hope you don't think that counts as a compliment. Exactly. When I compliment you, if that ever happens, you'll know. Yeah, I can feel it. Good to know. And we're not using Eve because Eve is 12. Well, kind of. Yeah, I can fucking volunteer. Don't be stupid, Griff. Fine, I'll do what you need, and then I'm out. Hey, no need to make it sound like a prisoner sentence. I'm not being held here against my will. Prisoners don't get paid, you will. What? We are pragmatic, we are not monsters. You do the work, you get paid. Can we really afford? Yes, Griff. I heard we are getting our favorite visitor in a few weeks. We'll all be getting paid. Hell yes! What do you mean paid? Caught your attention, have I? I think it's fair to know what my wages are going to be. The number Keir gives is not gobsmackingly high, but it's not low either. A few jobs could make for some comfortable living on the Leaping Bear for a long time. Then again, it won't solve my big problem. Good enough? I have a counter offer. The idea in my head is half formed, but I have to push through it. I'm dying. How are we negotiating? You're a thief. Yes, that's well established. Which means if I want something, instead of money, you could get it. Depends on the thing. Lunar Icor. The crowd around us bobbs in a flurry of whispers. Well, at least they know it's important. Keir's voice changes suddenly, the timbre low in a way I can't interpret. In that echo, I do. For what? Why should I trust you enough to say? Rude. Blackmailer. There's a long pause. There's a lot of jobs we are going to have to work to earn something that pricey. Would I be able to make enough money to buy it? Not in life, I don't think. Not with us, at least. Then working for you is my best shot at getting it. Griff suddenly pulls on Keir's cloak and he leans in. There's whispering and I'm not nearly close enough to hear it. Then they separate and Keir runs his hands over his mask. It's a gesture of pure exhaustion. Fine. The whispers rise in intensity. You walk with us, you get your Ico. He holds out a gloved hand. We have a deal. I slowly reach out. He clasps our hand and we shake on it. Deal. I'm tempted for a second to think this was too easy. And it was too easy! We are gonna get fucking... Plate! Wspaniałe słowa. Ten griff to nas oszukuje i to będzie super angst i w ogóle. But it really wasn't. Keir calls out in the crowd. Someone go out with her to get her things. Pardon? We can't have you sneaking in and out all the time. Too dangerous. We just finished moving here as well. So I live here now. You'll get a room of your own. Eventually a volunteer comes to us. For what? Together we sneak out of the hidden community and return to Leaping Bear. They refuse to talk to me and just follow me like a shadow into my room where I gather the few things I left there. Some clothes, the odd knickknacks I've managed to acquire, my hygiene supplies. Then it's time to return the key. Hello. Oh, Bocci, good to see you. Ready to pay for more time? You definitely need a reliable sort so I can offer a good rate. Not this time, sorry. I found somewhere else, a little closer to my goals. I dropped the key on the counter in front of her. Thank you, though. The Leaping Bear was becoming a bit of a new house for me. Home. She's quiet for a few seconds. Then she drops her voice low, so low I can barely hear her. Do you need help? If that shadow of yours is unwelcome, Rufus can remove them. What? Oh! Oh no! Things are fine. Rufus don't need to do anything. I'm fine. My new arrangements come as a surprise, but I did say yes to the offer. Never mind what kind of duress they put me under, I did agree. Good then. Never liked seeing my clientele go places they weren't interested in going. Thank you for staying with us. The proprietress' voice is a little more formal than I'm used to, so I suppose now that I'm leaving I will likely never see her again. It's a little disappointing. I have no real bounds here in the marketplace, but I was getting used to the Leaping Bear. Goodbye. Sad. I leave my shadow close behind me. Eventually, they take the lead, guiding me to yet another hidden passage. How many ways of sneaking in and out of there? Exactly. As we enter the cavern again, someone is there waiting for us. Hey. My shadow answers quickly. Don't mind us, just hear the police sandstorm. Then I'm being led back into the light network of pathways between closely built halls until we stop in the square again. Keir, I'm done being a babysitter. Fuck you! I see Keir out, at least his mask, turned to face us. Already? You don't have to sound so annoyed. I didn't have many free possessions to work with. Getting them was easy. Good. We found a room for you too. You'll be staying with me. I'm sorry, what? Keir brings home a stray. He gets to take care of it. Bro, a stray? What is a person? You said name. The way he says it sounds like this is a frequent topic of discussion. My home is small, but I get a lot of guests, so I keep a spare room. Then I suppose I should thank you for your hospitality. It would be nice. Maybe later. He suddenly stands next to me and puts my back right between my shoulders. Let's get going. I've had a long ass day and I need to take a break. Are you even going to be able to relax with a stranger in your house? No, but it's nice to pretend. Will I start walking? By the way, welcome to Mouse Hole. What a name for this place. The twists and paths between the buildings are tangled mess. There's no easy landmark to orient myself with. Farther from the square, their homes and businesses, such as they are packed so tightly together that the blue-green glowworm light from above doesn't reach us. Instead, the warm, flickering light of lamps and lanterns fills the pathway. It's dim, but at this point this is hardly a problem. My eyes are suddenly used to the constant glow of the marketplace. Here we are. It's one house sandwiched tightly between two others, near indistinguishable from the rest. It's the only intangible thing I notice are the closed shutters, painted blue instead of simply cedar wood. Keir unlocks the door and holds it open for me. Come inside. It's nice. I step in. It's small and cramped, as anyone would have guessed. But when Keir lights the lantern by the front door, I can see that this is comfortably around space. None of the furniture matches, but all of it works in some kind of clutter harmony. Compliment himself. You have a nice home. That was nearly a compliment. I suppose I'll take it. That's all I can give right now. At least I can say that. I tried. There's a water closet behind the door. If you use the water up, you'll have to get more. I can show you where after I get some sleep. Your room is there. The key is in the lock. That's the only key. I don't lose it. Understood. If you buy and keep your own food, that's fine. Otherwise, you contribute to my budget and share what I get. Any other rules I have to know? Don't be destructive. Don't make a racket while I'm sleeping. And if I leave, go around the neighborhood as much as you like. If you try to leave with one escort, expect the watcher to notice and stop you. I'm going to have something to eat before bed. You hungry? I'm glad he can't see the surprise on my face. Are you sure? About letting you have a snack? About keeping me here? Oh, here's the thing, Bertie. I'm not that worried about you murdering me isn't a slip. My door looks the same as yours. And honestly, eternal rest isn't exactly something I'm dreading. He chuckles a little. If you decide to make yourself into a problem, we can find somewhere else to put you. Grief knows a pretty obscure tunnel that gets straight down. If you're really unbearable, if it's all the same, I'd like to avoid it. It's easy enough to think of this as just another guest house. Keir is no worse than Rufus, intimidating but ultimately harmless. He steps toward what I assume to be a cooking space. The counter is exceptionally cluttered, but he is able to find his goal with ease, a shallow wood bowl. Here, he takes a handful of whatever it is from the bowl and takes it out to me. This is deadly poison. Eat up. A closer look tells me that it's actually an assortment of dried fruits. W sumie, jak dają za darmo, to się bierze, nie? Sorry, no harm in getting a snack. I take a few and Keir puts the bowl away again. He doesn't reveal his mouth as he nibbles, instead threading the fruit under his mask. I'm doing the same. Well, get yourself some rest. Don't murder me in my sleep. I resist the temptation as best I can. Keir departs, suddenly taking himself and his handful of dried fruit into his bedroom. I hear the lock click decisively, and I'm about to suddenly again. Okay. W ogóle nie powinno się brać jedzenia od kogoś, który dopiero go poznajesz, jeszcze okazuje się, że on jest Słyszałem, także gdyby to było horror game albo escape room, to bym od razu umarła. Okay. For you to indulge my curiosity privately, I do a quick tour of this front room. Keir certainly made an effort to make this a livable space, but that seems to be as far as his efforts have gone. Not much for entertainment here, is there? Maybe he doesn't have friends of a match. I continue nibbling sticks with hot, tasty coats in the back of my tongue. My search is quick in the end. It has to be done with some little to look at. I slip into the darkest room as though I am an intruder. For a moment I feel like I am. It has the same cozy but spare feel of the main room, not a space I could call my own. Though locked, I give myself permission to relax. Keir could very well have a second key to this room, or choose to break or bypass the lock in some way, but there is a little use I'm worrying about it. I'm already so keyed up from stress that adding the possibility of being murdered in my sleep would make resting impossible. What have I gotten myself into? I've been recruited into a gang of thieves against my will. A gang that likely steals to survive, but there's one thing that leaves me deeply uncomfortable. If I was a decoy for something Keir stole, that means Keir was stealing a person. Could I live with myself helping to steal people? There is no good reason. The cold fingers of reality close around my heart. There is no reason I can imagine that justifies stealing people. Stealing for survival I can understand, but not that far. I swallow hard, trying to chase these thoughts away. I'm going to sleep alone. I'm not going to sleep alone, am I? I follow the motions of getting ready for the bed. I even take off my mask, though I am careful to lie down with my back on the floor. So, and so I was trying to find a comfortable position. I must have fallen asleep because Keir wakes me up with sharp knocks on the door. The days that follow, I get used to the peace of life in Mouse Hole. I am, as promised, left to my own devices for the most part. I can sense people getting tense when I drift towards any of the Mytrat exits, but I'm not about to test my luck with an ill-considered escape attempt. Keir, it seems, is a popular one. He's constantly being called this way or that, attending the roof repairs or settling quarrels, but that is only when I see him, which is quite rare. We are, quite often, ships that pass in the night. In my first days, I was largely ignored. None of the regular residents wanted to interact with me. I have to admit, it nearly drove me mad. But once I proved that the satisfaction that I am not a deranged maniac, the people seemed keen to get an additional set of hands in the work. I've chopped vegetable and hauled water and watched babies and held a lot of loaders in place. It's not hard work, but it conquers my boredom and gives me a chance to make small talk. But gee, I need a hand. On it. Shell, one of the friendliest people in Mouse Hole, is stuck in crates near an exit passage. Not sure how much I can help, but I don't think my reach is longer than yours. I just need a little more support so I can hop. They do a short hop and shove the crate into place. If you've got time, I could use a hand a little longer. My schedule is packed, but I can skip a social engagement or two to help. Shallow's chuckle is gratifying. Very funny. But aren't you going to the strategy meeting soon? Strategy meeting? You're running lockout, aren't you? I believe that was the arrangement, but this is the first I'm hearing about the... Hey, Butchie, we gotta attack Strats. Speak of the devil. Looks like I'm doing this on my own. I wouldn't want you to skip that social engagement. Thank you, Shell. Maybe there will be some bars we can roll around later, so to make up for this. I think there's an empty one around here somewhere. The kids took it to roll each other in. That I would love to see. Are you ignoring me, Bocci? Not in the slightest. I know how much I love talking with you. Bye, Shell. Bye. I make my way towards Keir. I'm a little more comfortable following him through the narrow, winding paths of Mousehole now. What were you doing there? Trying to give Shell a hand? Makes sense. Shell's always finding good tax to get the kids involved in community work. You're probably right, but I resent the remark. Anyway, get moving. Everyone's waiting on you. You say that like I deliberately delight. This is the first I'm learning about the meeting. Then we'll need to fix your communication too. Hey, waiting for me to ask when are you holding a secret meeting? I do not even know if a possibility is not reasonable. Yeah, get moving. We dug into one of the buildings on the square. Keir has to duck particularly low. The door frame is unusually short and he is a fairly tall man. Everyone's fucking tall. Hey, Keir. Finally found her. I wasn't hiding. Yeah, found her just fine, thanks. I wasn't hiding. I take a seat at a table with several other individuals. The room is extremely dark, even for an underground room, but I think I can see hints of this being a pub or bar of some kind. Real quick, Bocci. These are Leif and Halo. Halo. You already know Grief. Terrible seeing you again, Bocci. Likewise. One of the other two gives me a slow, casual wave. Lavernia, call me Leif. My girl here is Halo. The other one, Halo, gives me a near impressibility. What? She's leaned in close to me. Oh, they good friends? Wait, whatever is it? No, the talkatives are a couple then. It's a couple, it's canon. Okay, Griff, what's the brief? We've got a commission. Fuck off. Son, I didn't prove it, don't worry. It's fine, Leif. Griff gave me the full rundown of the client. We've got a commission to relieve the auctioneer of a few choice pieces. Absolutely fucking no. Not the auction, I'm not crazy, the auctioneer. That means crossing the ruby walks. The what? You've done that half a dozen times, and nearly died each time. We're not dead yet. Not you too, Keir. You're supposed to be sensible. I am being sensible. This is a huge potential payoff, and we have an in. Why would I interrupt? Fight again. I don't fully understand, but I'm not about to interrupt this discussion for good reason. Fine. We'll do the extremely dangerous job behind the ruby walls. That's the spirit. So we cross the walls, easy. And we all know where the auctioneer house is. Our inn is the new building being done at the club next door. It's an easy climb from there to the balcony, which doesn't have a lock. You and Hello are going to fight and leave the pieces we after. Carrie and me are gonna be defensive and distraction. And Bocci will try to live up to Gob's example. Not a terrible plan. Not a good plan either. Halo's voices are so ghostly, I'm not entirely sure I heard it. Obviously, it sounds dumb, without the important details. Griff draws a map on the tabletop with a stick of chalk and carefully walks up through each step. For the most part, I understand. My roars, if nothing else, comically easy. Stand by, signal if there are other people around. Okay, you with us, Bocci? I don't have much of a choice in that, do I? He's asking if you understand. Almost everything. Almost. I've cleaned that the auctioneer's home is in the level above the Applausio parlor. Something you did not explain. But I don't know what the ruby walls are. How do you not know that? I've been under the motor less than a month, and you're locals, that's how. Fine. The ruby walls are a series of walls that have a vein of raw rubies in them in the main market cavern. There's gates that theoretically anyone can go through, but in practice it's space for the rich and beautiful. Exactly. And it's heavily guarded beyond the walls, hence the danger. Yup. Now I understand. And in the future you'll speak up immediately if there's something you don't know. You're always telling me not to talk, and now this. I'm serious. I'm not risking my own neck to save you if you're in a stupid situation. You get in trouble, you're on your own. Some unacceptable laws. Exactly. Let's get ready to go. Bruh. The four of them stand up. I follow their lead. My cloak is just barely fine enough to be worn beyond the ruby walls, but the other four take this chance to fancy themselves up. God, back in these awful things. Keir holds up a heavy, richly embroidered cloak. Imagine him in it is commission. Laughing at me in the bocce. Yes. And you lame. She shrugs. She's right. You look stupid in that. It doesn't match. It really doesn't. Keep telling you, buddy. You're made of iron, not silver. Keir's already in his disguise. Like you don't want to talk. You look like a child going through Daddy's closet. Keir's short stature and casual posture, leaning into Keir's, is completely at odds with his Jefford and stay cape. Knowing that Boże, what he's like, honestly makes it even funnier. You look like you robbed satin with a lantern. Join in. You look like a throw pillow fucked a jewelry box. Oh my god! Leif bursts into laughter, mostly at Hallow's response, I assume. But oh no. Okay, he just takes hold of my shoulder and holds tight as he curls into himself, choking laughter. Laugh it up. After a second, Keir still looks at me. It wasn't that funny. You just surprised them with vulgarity. Keir pops up, a smile in his voice. No, it was a bit funny. You really put it over the top, Hallo. Oh no, Thanks, Hallo. The laughter dies away a little, though the mood has definitely been lifted. Things settle down again. I don't know why, but I put up with you. Keir faced his shoulder firmly. Neither do I. There's some more scratch laughs, but the atmosphere of the room slowly turns more serious. Hello and Leif are checking each other's disguises, ensuring their weapons are not visible to passers-by. Keir is checking over his own knife carefully. It's beautiful and like quite odd, unlike the rest of his daily wear. Should I be armed? It's not a good idea, obviously. I am a ranked novice, and would be far more likely to be stabbed with my own knife than use it to properly defend myself. Bro, still, I cannot help but feel a twinkle of fear. A knife won't make me feel less frightened. But it's hard to convince myself of the fact. The rest of the preparation happened in anticipatory silence. Ready? Then let's move. We walk in a loose group to yet another exit. I have yet to fully counted ways into and out of Mouse Hall, but there must be at least half a dozen. It's another narrow passage that leads into the back room of a shop. From there, we can exit through the storefront and step into the busy walkways of the marketplace. Look alive! In any other circumstance, we should be a deeply strange group, a gang of well-dressed strangers walking together but not talking. But this is hardly the strangest sight in the marketplace. There's a bird mask contortionist performing in a tiny cage, and a pair of drunkards finally in just one of the crossways we walk through. Things are as lively as ever. We pass the church on our way to the most central caverns. What is it? Was it only a few days ago? I was standing there looking for some clue to start me on my hunt. As we entered the largest cavern, the heart of the marketplace where I started my journey, we walk closer together. Alright, you know the drill. Split up. We meet across from the paratroker. But cheer with me. Leif and Hello are gone in a second, melted in the crowd. Grief glances back at Keir for a second before doing the same. Don't trust me not to run off. Not in the slightest. Plus, you're new to this. I might be able to give you some pointers. How do you know I'm new at this? You're paying a lot of attention to small details, the kind that are easy to ignore when you're used to this rogue. Fair enough. I've never planned 54. I know walking out as you see before. Okay, believe it or not, my surface life have very little in it. You know, I think I can believe it. But I said it before, you're quick, as long as you're not about to get high and mighty about stealing, you'll be fine. Depends. What is the auctioneer like? She's someone who'll sell literally anything if it means getting a cut. And what will we do with our finance? Sell it into a different asshole who'd be anything for a cut. I think you like him, though. He's got a tongue as quick as yours. Is that all you think I am? Maybe if you talk less, I understand you more. Not a chance. Worth a try. And here are the walls. Take them in. My first impression is that they are nothing special. The stone walls about twice as tall as the average person, smooth enough to be nearly impossible to clean barehanded. And then I noticed the flickering lights. The rubies in the stone have been dug around and polished when they sit so they catch the light. They glimmer like candles, but the color is richer and redder than any fire. There are hundreds, possibly thousands of them. It's subtle and beautiful. And here's our gate. Brace yourself. Keir seems to set his shoulders and marches forward, leaving me to hurry and catch up to him. Beyond the ruby walls, things are still busy, and it's not as though there's anything to muffle the sounds of the rest of the marketplace. But there is still a noticeable change. The rest of the marketplace has people hawking their wares, shouting at potential buyers and cajoling them to buy. Here, the people standing in front of the businesses don't shout. They offer samples or display their wares, pose at the flirt with passers-by, but there is no shouting. I suppose if you have a business here, you don't need to shout to get attention. It really is different. There's nothing in the world like the jewel box. It might have been said in admiration, except Carrie's voice is oozing bitter disdain. Carrie and I walk side by side, taking a few turns to avoid a direct path to the pearl choker. He stops to look at perfume bottles and little ivory statues. I pause near a window blazing with light, lantern shop. You know the plan. I know the plan. You know where to hide. I know where to hide if you follow up everything. But you won't, will you? From your lips to the moon. Don't make me run again. Or what? I'll be very cross. Be still my beating heart, anything but that. Wish him well. Focus. You're still safe, won't you? I have no plans on dying. What about not dreading eternal rest? I'm not afraid of dying. I still don't want to. With my luck, I'll get down in, and it will hoot like a bitch. Then you'll stay safe. Keir stops and turns to me. We are stones in the river of people around us who pay us no mind. Keir reaches out and then gives me two soft pats on the top of my head. No! Get your hands away. Don't. No! I'll stay safe. You haven't seen the half of what I can do. His voice is warm and confident. The Punchak and Keir slips away from me to enter through the front door. I sleep between the pleasure parlor and the neighboring gambling hall. Both businesses are high class, with beautiful fronts and charming staff. I swear I can hear a live band from one of them. But it doesn't matter how pretty the buildings are. All alleyways are the same. There's a vague sense of grime and hostility. I'm definitely not breaking any rules, but I'm also certainly not welcome here. If things have gone to plan, Leif and Hello broke into their partner, both the pair are choking by climbing the new attachment to the gambling house and jumping the gap. Griff and Keir are going up through the inside using a staff passage. And I am keeping watch, signaling whether the alleyway is clear or not through simple gest of gesture. Hiding one arm, there are people in the alley. Hiding both, there are guards or staff in the alley. Arms relax, no one but me here. It is not complicated, but I do have to keep an eye on both ends of the alley and signal constantly. Ideally, all four of them will jump the gap and climb down gambling halls addiction, and we separate to urinate in Moscow. If we need to run, I even had the turns I need to take in the crossroads memorized. Straight through the first crossroad, left, then left again, right, and if I won't be seen, I go into it and hide in the butcher's shop. Oh fuck, czekaj. Okay. Straight through. Okay, prosto, lewo, lewo, prawo, a potem butcher shop. Dobra. No hints. At least I have a plan. Get to walk. I lean against the gambling hall wall. This one is made of stone, beautifully cut and polished and structured with all sorts of graffiti. People never change. Always making that someone has been here, that Agatha has great tits, that Darwin fact is made. Delightful. I'm alone in the alley. I drop my arms and wait. Starting grants with the coffee, neutrally, my body buzzes with excitement. Okay. I don't enjoy this life, but I'm not upset to be here. Would I choose to be here on my own record? Probably not. But to get Luna Echo, I'd do anything. At least this is something I can tolerate. But for the moment, I have to put those feelings away. For a short while longer, I am completely alone. Then a stranger wobbles along the alley towards me. Hey. Mind if I smoke? Not at all. Want any? She holds out a little pouch of herbs. I recognize it as sight. Sweetgrass. I've heard it plenty of times before, back on the surface. Smoke it with others to build bonds. But those herbs like this, it softens the hard edges of stress. Not enough to alter the mind in any way, just enough to make connection easier. I left my arm rest against my torso and gripped my elbow firmly. Sweetgrass, right? You know it. Every teen learns to grow it where I'm from. Lucky you. I only found the stuff down here. Kind. It's a kind offer, but I have to say no. Fair enough. Not for me. She rolls her tab with quick, clever fingers. Even if she's new to the practice, she's clearly gotten used to it. She strikes a match and can smell the fine sweetness of the smoke. I keep turning my gaze to either end of the alley, still focused on my mission. What are you here for? Avoid. Just personal business. And you? Heard there was a fortune won at the gambling house here every hour. Thought I would try my luck. And has your luck fared? I'm about to get a big win. I can feel it. Not well then. May the Luna God smile on you. Oh, you're a loony. There's a few people milling near the alley entrance. I can't tell what sort of people they are. Well, most people here are. A Luna blessing felt appropriate. It's so strange though. A solar god makes everything perfect, but Luna God ruins everything. And then the people here worship the woman. I was never one for theology myself. Whatever. One of the people at the end of the alley starts coming down in big confident posture. At first I can't tell if they are armed. Then I see the blade. I hold both arms. They get closer. Hello. Any reason you're loitering back here? Oh, I didn't realize we were loitering. We were just having a break. Yeah, we were sharing some sweet grass. Want any? She rummaged through her bag, but the stranger cuts her off. No. They pointed at me. I didn't see you in the hall earlier. I was in the gambling hall. Then where have you been? Here. Proof? Well, I've been here with her for a while now. Mind if I ask a few questions? Go ahead. Definitely some kind of security force. Did you come here alone? Come where? This alley? To the jewel box. Yeah, I'm a newcomer to the marketplace. I want to see some of the sights people keep talking about. This alley is nothing special, but the rest of the jewel box is very nice. The picture betrays nothing. Then I see my friend here with sweet grass, and decide to hang around for a while. That's what happened. Yeah. Put that out and go back in. I'm not done yet. I'm talking to this one alone. It doesn't sound like they're going to brook any argument. You have a win waiting for you, right? Yeah. Good talking with you. Likewise. She leaves, and I'm left alone with this member of security force. Remain holding force. Yeah. Is there a problem then? Suspicious activity. Not good. The people will not stand around alleyways in the jewel box. Not unless they are looking for trouble. Well, I seem to have found some. I'm just looking for some quiet. I mean, quick save, Szybko. Well, it certainly looks like I found some trouble. My job is in trouble. Could have fooled me. The stranger doesn't look amused. Why are you here? I'm the devil. Also, in general. The marketplace. Buying. And you had time to wander around. Turns out not everything is for sale all of the time. I'm waiting for a shipment to come in. That should be enough truth to convince them. What have you been doing while you wait? I've been keeping to myself, minding my own business. You know how it is. I don't. Isolation is a sound of suspicious behavior. Open up your cloak. What? I need to check you for dangerous objects. Good thing I didn't take a knife. I opened my cloak and put up the security officer examining it with almost intimate closeness by lantern light. Fuck you. It's uncomfortable, but there's only so much I can do. I did consent to this, technically. As you can see, I am just an ordinary traveler. I agree that you're not carrying any weapons. You're free to go. Sorry? You can leave now. My first instinct is to tell them that I want to stay here, but it's not going to go over. I'm waiting for someone here. I'm waiting in the tea parlor across the road. Clear out. I'd rather not. They stare at me. I suppose they're trying to say exactly what I'm thinking. You've been cooperative, so I'm going to extend the same courtesy to you once. Get out of here now before I have to take you in for suspicious behavior. I freeze. I can't leave, but staying is also no longer an option. I'm also almost grateful that this is the moment someone chooses to leap from the balcony above and slant on the addiction to the camping house. It's Keir. He lands, and before the security officer can say a word, a knife flies past my head and stops in the officer's gut. They fall, gasping. We are compromised. Run. Oh shit, I don't even stop to think, I just move. No one's raised an alarm yet as I sprint from the alley, but me sprinting away from the gambling hall is at full tilt. It's inherently suspicious. All the security officers start pursuing me. I reach my fierce crossroad within seconds. Run, stride. I sprint straight through the crossroad, plowing through the cluster of people and listen to a musician on the corner. I could swear my pursuers are getting closer. Another crossroad. Left. I can feel the ache of exertion getting into my muscles, but I'm not close to I'm not slowing, but the security officers just seem to be getting faster. I nearly collide with some random passerby. To left. My legs are long, so burning. This is even worse than with Keir abducted me. Then I could just follow him. Stop her. The general apathy of the crowd around me means no one will help me. But no one seems keen to help security either. Bless them all. Even so, one of my pursuers is getting dangerously close. Gotta shake them. Great. It's easy to find a crowd. There's some kind of performance or showcase happening in storefront, and where there's a show, there's an audience. I try to slip through the crowd, but the people will not be moved. They may think I'm a pickpocket or some other kind of crook. It slowed me down, and the security forces have the strength enough to shove people aside. One of the security catches up to me. Fuck! They grab my arm tight around the bruise, throw me to the ground. The stone cover. I'm pointing to the ground by multiple people. Get off! No one around is. I'm crying. No one around is getting to intervene with an execution like this. This is just what thieves get. Help! Anyone! The security officers are patient, if nothing else. For a second, I don't feel anything at all. I hear something start on the stone below me. There's a feeling of ice in my belly. A red hot agony. Above all, for a second, I feel overwhelming nausea. I vomit my guts out if they haven't already been spilled out on the ground. What the fuck? Okay, my hearing goes distant and fuzzy. I can recognize the sounds of stream. Everything gets distant, hazy, and pain, and blurs my vision, muffles my hearing, and the deadness of all other sensations. People leave a wide berth as they walk around me, going on with their lives as mine ends. Badaning, shut up! Nah. Dobra. Nie, create some tacos. I spot someone selling an assortment of jazz with several stall stacks within reach. I can help the words that come out of my mouth. Sorry about this. I grab a stack and pull it down as I pass. Then another. There's a fearsome racket of wood on stone. The surprise shouts of people passing by. And a quick glance back shows none of these creepers as close to me anymore. Serio! Serio, musiałam wybrać to drugie. Okay, almost there. Right. I know what I'm looking for, and thankfully the security is just far back enough they don't see me. Butcher. I practically tear the door open. I need sanctuary. The front room is thankfully empty, and the butcher is quick to jump the action, letting me into the back. The room is chilled with blocks of ice, and there's a faint smell of blood. At least there's a roof to keep the cold in. I have to fight to keep it from panting. The cold air harsh against my throat. I feel lightheaded from suddenly stopping. All my blood is in my legs, so that's how it feels. You're hiding here. A shopkeeper opens a wooden chest, empty, and pulls out the bottom panel. There's a deep hole under the first false bottom, a natural gap in the mountain stone. It will be cramped, but I am in no position to complain. Thanks. Jakby, na moje usprawiedliwienie, ja nie przeczytałam tego drugiego, bo czas mi poleciał. Oczywiście można to wyłączyć, ale nie wiem, zes może, nie wiem. Za dużo czytam, muszę się napić. Okay. Let's go. I clamp in, and the butcher puts the fellow's bottom back in the box over me. I hear him pile a few things in the chest and then close the lid. Someone is pounding on the stone counter in the front room. The butcher must go back into the front room because I can hear voices but not the words being said. I close my eyes and strain my ears. I can hear my pulse, but also people coming into the back, footsteps. Words are still difficult to make out. I cover my mouth and under my mask and try to breathe silently. Please, please. There is a loud bang, and I inhale so sharply I'm choke. Someone's kicked the chest I'm hiding under. Not enough to disturb the false bottom, thankfully, but still. The lid is opened. I don't move. I don't breathe. I keep my eyes closed tight and my mouth covered. Please. The lid is closed. The footsteps get further away. In the darkness, I pull away my mask just enough to run my hands down my face. It's back on when the butchers come back to get me. God damn it. You stay in here for an hour or two, if that's alright with you. Don't touch the goods and you can stay. Thank you. A few hours in the cold, alone with my own thoughts, is no fun, but it's a relief compared to the escape I just endured. Wiem jak się to skończy, gdyby mnie złapali, kuźwa. Wiedziałam, że zginę. When I feel like a coast is clear, I have the butcher and make my way to the safer side of the ruby walls. I have to meet Keir and the rest now. Oh my fucking... When we reunite, it's an run-down pub in Mousehole. Hey Butchie, what took you so long? I was hiding in the butcher shop, waiting for things to cool down. Why were you... Good job hiding, Butchie. Well, you just got here yourselves. I realized exactly what's going on a second later. Keir, you shithead. Fine, take it out on me now. Did my running around as a distraction actually do anything? It was a guarantee. But we were already done with the hardest parts of the job. We were dumped. Keir wanted to be absolutely sure we'd be safe and use you to do it. And risk my life in the process. If anything went wrong, I would have been killed. Yeah, we did! Okay, sorry. You would have. We killed this one. His cool acknowledgement only serves to heat up my temper, and you didn't hesitate for a second to send me on an especially dangerous, unnecessary job just because I'm your least favored. If you're not making a list of which of us gets thrown off a cliff first, you're not thinking far enough ahead, Keir. Anything else I should know about then? Are you going to feed me things to check for poison or send me to get into? Fuck off. You're the one who decides I'm disposable. I just want to know how much. I knew I'm going to get killed. You don't need me to tell you that you're quick thinking and fast on your feet. I could rely on you to be a distraction and let the others of us get out safely. But you couldn't let me know what I was doing. No, I couldn't trust you to do it if you knew what I was asking. Maybe I just won't do anything you tell me to do. Then unless I understand why. I cross my arms. Keir can't see me searching. So I settled for communicating it in posture instead. Drinks on us. The one of the serves are barmaid with pretty hands and a full flat moon mask. Delivers drinks to our table. Thanks, babe. What the fuck? Don't make me regret this, Griffy baby. What the fuck? Griffy will be on his best behavior now, right? Yes, he will. He almost sounds like a chastened child. Kane lifts his rings. To a successful run, the others raise the tankards. Booze, okay. To hell with it. May as well get drunk. I toast with the rest of the thieves. The glass clinks and we all drink. Well, show us the loot. I think we've earned a look at our prize, right? Yeah. Hello and Leif go through the pockets and drop some small things on table. Got cards, that's the stuff. Griff turns to the server. We got a couple good necklaces, nothing wild, but we are not gonna turn our noses up on that, right? Some compass stones, a few rare coins that I know will go to a good home, and the bit we got commission for, a genuine witch ring. Witch ring? You're serious? Asked the grave. Well, that sounds very impressive. Maybe even worth putting our lives at risk for. Witch rings give power to the wearer. The longer you wear it, the more power you get. It's just about the only magical thing that won't ruin your life. Well, it won't ruin your life directly, but there's a lot of fighting over them. Yep. And that means people willing to pay a lot to get their hands on one. What a treasure. You're telling me, dude? Halo puts away the spoils of our adventure, and when good old Hemlock or Absinate or whatever he's called himself these days show up, payday. You're gonna be rich, Butchie. I can hear him smirking. This drinking goes on for hours. I hear a lot of songs and more than a few stories about other gigs they've done. Halo eventually brings out a deck of cards. She also wipes the floor with us. For someone as shy as she is, Halo's a regular card shark. Oh fuck. Then Leif yawns and she and Halo go home to rest. Griff follows the server, who I know now is called the Light, into the dock. Let's head home, Butchie. I feel exhaustion seeping into my bones. Keir and I stumble into each other as we walk. I can't find it in me to be bothered when he bumps into me. The booze sloshing around in me loses my lips and words start spilling out of me. You're a real bag of dicks, you know that? Tell me something I don't know. Just a terrible piece of work. An absolute wreck of a person. I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. I wouldn't trust me, and I throw myself pretty far. He rethinks his choice to show me how far he can throw himself just in time. Anyway, why a bag of dicks this time? I could stand to be a lot less danger. You think I don't feel bad about this whole thing? If I could snap my fingers into one, I would get murdered. If the beautiful bird found mousehole, I would do that instead of making you work for us. But I don't have magic snappy fingers. Oh, not even sure mousehole is the first thing I'd save with magic snappy fingers. What? No! There are people getting sold in every auction, and that's just the legit stuff. The marketplace is hell, Butchie, and a lot of people never know it. Then why are you stealing people? Griff said that you steal people sometimes. You time it right. You can steal a person who's been bought and let them free. Their family gets the money and they don't get tortured to death. So you're not selling people. Keir stops and stares at me. You honestly think we'd get it in us to buy and sell people like they are shit, when we are all just a shit off the streets already? Bag of dicks, human transpire, hideously awful, but compellingly handsome. That's all fine, I can live with that. Would sacrifice a life for my own happiness, fucking never. Good. Yeah, good. And what about you? I'm not keen on being the bag of dicks, but it's better than being a monster. No, not that. The magic snappy fingers. What would you save? Myself? Mouse? The downfall? Myself? I don't know, I guess myself. Makes sense. The lunar icon is for you, right? Yeah. Why? What is it for? Oh, why not? It's called fractum anima. It's an extremely rare illness. Deadly? Eventually. It's not a quick killer, and it does a lot of other nasty stuff. Not really a fun post-job chat topic, though. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, I'm sick, right? No, still, sorry all the same. Thanks. It feels good for someone down here to know about it, what I'm going through. The house with the blue shutters is right before us. He puts a hand to the wall on the house and murmurs something softly into the walls. Then Keir unlocks the door and lets me in. Welcome home, Butchie. He's still standing in the doorway. It's an arresting image. This man who is ruthless and generous in equal measure, welcoming me into his home both as kindness and blocking the door because I'm a prisoner. Then he reaches for my face. I refuse to flinch away, but instead of touching my mask as I feared, he drops his hand on my head. Is this going to be a habit of yours? My fucking god, why are you so tall? I mean, it's real. It would be like that, but like, get your hands on me, what the fuck? He passed it over my head once, twice. Maybe, yeah, I'm not a child. Exactly, you're not. Then stop it. He doesn't stop. Fuck! You're so fun, though. Exactly. He goes out and to laugh. Despite everything, you're a good egg. What the fuck? Despite everything. You talk too much. You're sarcastic, mouthy. Point taken. But still, good egg. Czemu egg? Why don't he takes his head away? Alright, enough of that snappy stuff. I'm tired. He closed behind him as from his phone, scooping up a snack. I'm left alone in the room. I'm exhausted, but I do feel a weight coming off my shoulders. For now, I'm home. Best end? Welcome home? Widzisz? Kurwa. Dziękuję. Wcale nie umarłam, tego nie było. Nie widziałam drugiej opcji. Please. Yeah, well, it was nice. Mogliśmy zawsze iść do tego kościoła, ale przynajmniej podobało mi się z moim stylu. Następnym razem jak będę pewnie. Cześć. Kurwa. Dobra, jebać. Chciałam to przeczytać. After Keir, I want to tell one of the main character. Hey, whisper to me. It's okay, it's just us two now. There's nobody to bother us here. You don't need to worry about them anymore. The bad men are gone. Also, I'm completely safe. Always was and always will be. Same as you, nobody will hurt you here. Talk to me. What do you think? I just want to relax. That's what I'm here for. We can just chill here. We've got the place to ourselves after all. Sometimes we just need a break. And that's okay. Times are pretty tough in the underworld, aren't they? Look at us, handling it like champs. I'm proud of you. I think we're doing good. So now, let's take it easy for as long as we need. Just click when you're ready to continue. Ultimately, this is meant to be an exciting experience, but it's completely fine if it ever bothers you too much. I never want you to see you hurt because of a scene or specific content. If any kind of content is triggering or because of a hammy, it's fine to click away. There's no shame in that. Before I let you go, promise me you'll take care of yourself. Do it for little old me. And now, you can stick around for as long as you'd like. I'll be here, okay? Ah! Hey there. You're going to be okay now. Welcome to the Africa Corner. This will be less of a conversation, more of a practical checklist to make sure you're comfortable and okay. First of all, are you panicking? Yeah. Alright, in that case, let's breathe through it. Inhale as you count to 4. Welcome to 8. Gently. One more time, deep breath every time you're silent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Repeat this as much as you need. Thank you. It's going to be okay. Thank you. Next, are you feeling cold? Well, we recommend curling up in a comfortable blanket or with a plushie. If you're too warm, a rug, dredge in cold water could be nice to have. Jest mi zimno. A to jest moja wina, także... Okay. Make sure you're comfortable before continuing. Znaczy, jak jest zimno, to mogę dłużej czytać, także... Cel uświęca środki. Next is hunger and thirst. Have you heard anything? This is the first time to refill your cup of tea and make yourself some hot chocolate. Ha ha ha, śmieszne. Napiłam się jakieś 3-4 łyki. Okay, take the time to really listen to your body. Next, let's check in with your heart. Do you need to talk about your feelings? Maybe closing the game to call a friend or someone you can trust is a good idea. If you were exposed to a trigger, allow yourself the time to process without shame. Know that this is a space away from a manuscript, so you won't have to deal with unwanted surprises here. You can safely spend time and clear your thoughts. Your health is the most important part right now, so keep taking care of yourself. If that means closing down Obscura, then that's what you should do. Either way, it's about time to head back to the menu. Keep checking in with yourself and know that you're always welcome back here. Take care, alright? To jest najlepsza rzecz, co zauważyłam tutaj. Znaczy, niezbyt do tego podchodzę tak na poważnie, ale chyba nigdy nie wiedziałam, żeby coś takiego było. I park jest fajnie, kurwa. No jeszcze drugie chyba powinno być z tamtym, z kościoła, ale to będzie na następnym streamie być może. Streamie bez tego, bez żaby. Ja, bo jakby... Dobra, zmęczyłam się. A koniec streama będzie w zapisie. Ja za dużo gadam. Please help me. Bye.